Well, it has been a couple of weeks, that's for sure. I wound up going through a stint of having some extreme back pain that affects me periodically. Hasn't been affecting me a lot, but lately it seems very timely on when it's affecting me, and that's extremely frustrating for me, as far as timely goes, it's like when you're about to accomplish something, or when you set your heart to something, or set your mind to something, and you actually start doing it, and then all of a sudden you're in pain and sick and yada yada yada. Feels very spiritual in a way. So I have just been continuing to set my heart and my mind on God, what He has planned for me and for my family. We're also having it kind of rough in other ways. So that's just been putting a lot of pressures on our family for the past couple weeks. But God is so good. He is so amazing. I am currently reading the Bible from the beginning. Not always the most fun, but necessary. Every part of the Bible is necessary. God's word in your heart, in your soul, part of your spirit. That's the whole point, right? So, yeah, just see where God takes us. Loving, kind, gracious Father that He is, Jehovah Jireh. God provides. Yahweh Yireh, I think is Yahweh Yireh? Something like that. El Shaddai. Did you know that that's what my name means? Not those things, but it's Joel, right? So it's spelled like Joel. Joel. Which J-O is the beginning part for, Jehovah. And E-O is God. So my name means Jehovah is God. And by the way, Joel is like an anglicized pronunciation, because in Hebrew it's Yoel. And that's my name. A few other fun tidbits about myself, I guess. I don't know what to talk about. Is I was born on July 17th, 1987. So I think that that's kind of super awesome too. I love the 777 in my birthday. And since reading the Bible from the beginning, I also found out, I know it's not the same month and day, literally, but it's kind of still a fun tidbit that goes along with that, is that Noah's Ark, when the water started to recede and they hit dry land, not when they got out of the boat or anything, it was exactly 5 months after the water started. Now, 30 months, and probably based on Noah's life cycle, but it had started on the 17th day of the second month, and it ended on the 17th day of the 7th month, which I think is pretty neat, because it was born on the 17th day of the 7th month. Even if it's not exactly the same day, even if it's totally all messed up, because then the Hebrew nation got a new calendar because God said, this will now be the first day of your year in, the month Abib, you think? And that's, when Passover is and all that stuff, and so the March to April area. But it still is the 17th day of the 7th month, period, which is, according to our calendar, that's when I was born. And according to that calendar, that's when that happened. And then there's even the possible option, depending on how you look at it and how you read it, which I will have to look up some more, was that that's also the day Jesus was resurrected, because he was resurrected in the first month, the 17th day of the first month, I think. It gets kind of confusing when you start to clarify all these things, but because the calendar changed, that's actually like the same time, because that's in March, April, whatever. And that's like the same time when the Hebrew calendar shifted and God said, this will now be the beginning of your year. It was exactly 6 months from when it really started. So that would be the 7th month. So now we're getting all sorts of fun, because it's the 17th day of the 7th month, according to the civil calendar, but not according to the other calendar, which we were saying that my day is according to our current calendar. So, I don't know. So I was just sticking with the 17th day of the 7th month. It's the same day that Noah landed, and they got their promise of reprieve from everything, and their promise that, yes, we are moving on from this waterlogged system. And, it still took time before they were able to come out onto land and actually be there and start the world over again. God is so weird, mysterious, and cool. And he really does like numbers and what they mean. Blue. Is that a puppy friend? I know. You want puppy friends? Blue loves other dogs, as long as they don't try to dominate him. We're trying to teach him to be subservient, period, and not to engage. Good, leave it. Thank you. But he still has a little bit of a hard time. Thankfully, he's good enough to just whimper, and that's it. But that's still, we expect more. Have you ever seen certain numbers crop up in your life repeatedly, or maybe a certain set of numbers that, lead you to something, lead you to verses in the Bible, or lead you to a place, or that you didn't know were important, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's what it is. I don't know. I don't have a Bible with me. I wonder what would happen if I turned the camera. Let's see. Oh, okay. What happens if I do